Well, g'day mate, I'm Josh Grills, and today I'm going to prove that my cousin Bear Grylls is a true wildlife survivalist.
This documentary will feature scientific information on the topics of energy, gravity, mass, friction, and many more. With that out of the way, let's get started.
Hey, what are you doing?
Interesting. Without energy, nothing. Gravity is the opposite of energy. Gravity is a force that counter-reacts with energy, pulling everything with energy inside it towards the ground. Now, how does Bear Grylls use these forces in his videos? Well, take this for example. Bear Grylls uses energy whenever he moves two objects together. For example, when he tries to light a fire, Bear Grylls rubs two sticks together to create it. Another example of this is when he is crossing the desert in hot weather. He needs to do this successfully. However, he can only do this with energy. Now on to gravity. Bear Grylls uses gravity to help him in many ways. An example of this is when he builds his shelters. He needs to consider the gravitational pull of each object that he uses to build, otherwise the shelter will be too heavy and will fall to the ground. Another example of this is when he is parachuted at the start of the episode. Without gravity, he would be forever flying in space, but with gravity, he is able to land safely.
Friction is the resistance force that stops surfaces from freely sliding across each other. For example, when stopping a car, the brake pads compress onto the brake disc. The friction between the brake pads and the brake disc causes the car to slow down to a stop, depending on the amount of friction applied. Now, to understand an electrostatic charge, you first need to understand the difference between electricity and static electricity. When a bunch of electrons, millions and millions, are allowed to flow in a conductor, then we get electricity. However, if this bunch of electrons are transferred to an insulator, then we get static electricity. And an insulator that is charged is said to have an electrostatic charge, i.e. it has a bunch of electrons, but they aren't going anywhere. Interestingly, we can use friction to transfer a bunch of electrons from one insulator to another insulator together to create an electrostatic charge. We do this by rubbing together and hence causing friction two insulators, e.g. a balloon on a woolly jumper to create an electrostatic charge.
Today I'll be talking about weight and mass. Mass of an object is the amount of matter in an object, where the weight refers to the force experienced by an object due to gravity. This means an object's weight is how hard gravity is pulling on it. This can help Bear Grylls when he constructs things. An example is when he is building a shelter. He is using many of nature's elements to construct a shelter to use to keep him dry. He would use large objects, big pieces of mass, such as large palm fronds. However, the weight of this is low as there is minimal gravity pulling on it.
Now, what happens if you heat a magnet? Well, as you heat a magnet, you supply it with thermal energy, so its individual electrons that become more likely to reach. When the magnet is heated above such as 80 degrees Celsius, magnets will quickly lose their magnetic properties. The magnet will become permanently demagnetized. If these are exposed to these temperatures for a certain length or time,